Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Life and Money Show. I'm your host, Annie Dickerson. And today I have the pleasure of being joined by none other than Susan Elliot on the Goodegg Investments team. She's been on the show before and she's back. And today we're going to dive into the nuts and bolts of crowdfunding offerings. Susan, how are you today?
I'm doing really good. Really good. It's a great Tuesday, Yeah, got a good workflow going today. Yeah. How about you? How are you today?
Good momentum going into the week. That's fantastic. With that, let's go ahead and dive in because Susan, I know you've been doing a lot of digging into this and you're such an expert on this. So tell us, at a basic level, like what is crowdfunding? What is a crowdfunding offering? And, what does that mean for the investor?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been marinating in this because it is my personal passion as a non-accredited investor myself. I am the person that is benefiting from things like this. I do not have time to manage rental properties, nor do I want to spend my time doing that. I've done that. I kind of still do. I'm ready to get out of it. But so it runs deep in here. And that's why I volunteered to jump in on all things crowdfunding. So crowdfunding is just another way to put together a group investment from friends, from families, from strangers. But the difference here is that there's just kind of a different set of rules that has to be followed to protect the investor. That's where the SEC comes in. They are doing all of this to protect the investor so that they're not giving up all of their life savings into something that sounds really too good to be true. Or so there's different ways that the crowdfunding regulations do that. But if you can think about it, it's like we've all kind of heard of crowdfunding before. I would guess, there's these campaigns that pop up on Facebook to help a sick neighbor or a family member in need. Sometimes it's for a crazy Kickstarter project. Kickstarter
oh my gosh,
is one of those
I've invested in those too. I invested in one way back when. I think it was for like these light up Legos that had like LEDs embedded in them. But like, I remember I don't know how much money I put into it, maybe like $100 to like, and then you get the like gift, right? Like at whatever tier. And
the tiers, exactly.
Yeah, the thing. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to get this set of Legos. But unfortunately, that particular venture, I think they either never got it off the ground or they were kind of a little bit disorganized. So I never ended up getting my light up Legos. So, but I think about that every time.
That is so funny. The crowdfunding, the Indiegogo campaign that I participated in was to a new website, a launch of this sort of platform where you could download really detailed adventure maps. So it's funny that you were the light up Lego that got you. And what got me was like a lifetime access to adventure trail and paddling and all kinds of maps across the country. But the company decided to nix that offering from their platform. So what I thought was this like great quote investment in my future of it's kind of like free trail guides to the country. Didn't actually pan out because, and that's the big thing, these are all donation examples. So those were donation-based crowdfunding opportunities for friends. Ideally you're supporting something you love or giving money to a good cause or getting a cool, reward for kicking someone's business into go mode. But where crowdfunding has come, and this is really just because the technology has caught up with it, is this place where now you're able to make an actual investment. You're able to make a return on the money that you're investing. So you have an equity ownership in that business or in the property that the business is purchasing, which is all what we at Goodegg have been doing. We purchase real estate as a group together. So now we're able to just do that through this new process. And the difference here is that the technology, like I said, is caught up to be able to allow us to follow all those regulations to help bring people on who are, make a little bit less money than the accredited folks, but still want to get passive investing into their portfolio. It allows us to do that while following all of the legal regulations. So it's like a new vehicle, as I describe it to some people. It's the same journey that we're taking everyone on. You can ride along because we got this snazzy new electric vehicle, we'll call it.
That's right.
That's the crowdfunding regulations. Yeah.
Just things to think about. But are there other considerations, risks, things that people should be thinking about? So we talked about goals, but are there any, and maybe there aren't additional downsides or risks outside of a typical syndication?
It is. I think it's the same. And luckily, we're lucky to have the Securities and Exchange Commission. Dear Securities and Exchange Commission,
SEC.
Thank you for your work. But really, that allows you to have this a little bit more peace of mind too when you're investing. If it's going through, if it has to follow the legal structure of the Securities and Exchange Commission, that means that there's a lot of buckets that we're checking. And then hopefully, through all of the education we provide through our emails, our videos, our podcasts, you're able to get the education you need to do the due diligence that's required with any type of investing. And it's not any different than other ones. I think that it's a good reminder, especially if you're new to this, you're coming at passive investing. This is some of your first investing in real estate, to remember that the due diligence here is heavy on your end before you wire your funds, right? So by the time you're wiring your funds, you should really understand everything about the deal, because you don't have to do anything after that. That's the beauty of passive investing. So if you think about it, okay, I'm spending so much time learning about this. This is all new language. By the way, we have a great resource coming out soon about all the terms you hear in real estate investing. But if all of that's new, keep in mind that you do that learning kind of once, you do ongoing, education, professional continuing education as you go, but it gets easier every time. So take the time to really understand the business plans, the assets, this type of investing, and it'll stay with you forever.